Hello guys and welcome to When in Halifax, and today we will discuss about the advantage of AIPP, and of course we will compare the AIPP to Nova Scotia provincial nominee. So this is our fifth video of our Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program series. If you want to watch the previous videos, click the link below click the link on the description below, and I'll send all the video about the AIPP through your messenger. So again guys, what is the advantage of AIPP and what is the difference between AIPP and Nova Scotia provincial nominee? So let's begin. So the first one is, what is the advantage? The advantage of AIPP in my own perspective is, if you find a job offer, if you find a employer here in Atlantic Province, once you landed here, of course, you get a job. And one of the requirements for the AIPP is you need to communicate, or you need to connect to a settlement service provider. So it means that guys, when you landed here in Nova Scotia or in other Atlantic province, you have a job and you have a settlement plan. So what I hear from our friends, the settlement plan is actually plan for your first a year, for a first 1 year, or for the entire contract with the employer. So one of the settlement plan that are stated in your plan is your accommodation, your job offer, the hours. So when you landed here, you know what is your direction. You know where you go, where you're going. You know where you're going. You know that when you landed here in Nova Scotia, let's say for example, you have an employer, you know where you live, you know where's the street you're going, because you have a settlement plan. And the best thing about the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program is, aside from having a job and a plan, you are a permanent resident. Yes, you are a permanent resident under this program. So you are not a work permit. Compare when you have an LMA, you need to find a job, an employer, and then you will apply for express entry. While applying, you are under work permit. Here in AIPP, you can be under work permit if there is an urgent hiring and your paper is still on process, but there's a guarantee, or they're saying that under six months or less, you can receive, or you can process your your permanent resident. So that's the first, that's the advantage of AIPP. The first one, you have the job offer. The second is you have a settlement plan for you and your family. And the third one is you are a permanent resident. And the last advantage of AIPP is all the requirements that is challenging for all of us in AIPP is in average requirement. So it's not too high and not too low. For example, the requirements is CLB4 for IELTS. Most of us, in my personal opinion, we have difficulty of getting CLB7 in Canada. In the provincial nominee or in express entry, one of the requirements is CLB7. And then the proof of fund for the for Nova Scotia provincial nominee express entry is 23,000 for 4 members of family. So here in AIPP, the required English test or CLB score is only 4. So you can get 5 at least, and you know, to be in the safe zone. So I think 4 and 5 CLB in an IELTS, I think it's easy to achieve. And one of the requirement that for my perspective is attainable. I know it's it's still a huge money, $5,885 for 4 members. So if you're going to convert it in Philippine peso, it's still a huge amount. But then, comparing to the provincial nominee express entry, the required proof of fund for 4 members is 23,000. 23,000 proof of fund for Nova Scotia provincial nominee express entry and 5,885 for AIPP. So which one is you can afford? So again, guys, that's the advantage for the AIPP. The only challenge that I can see is finding an employer. It's very difficult. That's the reality. It's very difficult to find an employer here in Atlantic Province. But on the next video, I'm going to show to you on how to find a designated employer. I will teach you on how to find job hunt on different search engine, job search engine. I will show you on how to find a designated employer, how to verify them, and how to find job. And yeah, please subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to our channel, and of course, we have lots of tips and advices for AIPP. And again, watch out for our next video because I'm going to show to you on how to find a designated employer and how to submit your CV through the job search engine website. Thank you guys, and bye bye. See you in our next video.